Hello students, today we are here with our worksheet number 25 from the Directorate of Education, that is from our unit Life Process. Aerobic respiration depends upon the oxygen and aerobic organism needs to ensure that there is sufficient intake of oxygen. But what about the plants? Student, all plants, green plants breathe through the process of cellular respiration. Let's discuss the mechanism of respiration in plants. Diffusion. Diffusion is a method by which exchange of gases, that is carbon dioxide and oxygen exchange, take place through stomata and the large intercellular spaces, ensure that the all cells are in the direct contact with the air. So mainly respiration in the plants depend upon which process, student? Diffusion. Diffusion means it is the process through which the liquid material diffusion is a process of gaseous exchange in which the gas from high concentration move towards lower concentration. So diffusion is a process, it is a method through which the respiration in plants occur. By this method, student, exchange of gases occur with the help of stomata. What is stomata? Student, stomata are the tiny pores in the lower surface of the leaf. In the last worksheet we discussed about the stomata and we already discussed about the diagram of open and closed stomata in detail. Okay, so today I brief you again that stomata are the tiny pores present on the lower epidermis of the leaf and these pores help in the exchange of gases. So plants respire through the leaf and on the leaf there is a lungs of the plant that is called stomata. These stomatas are found in the leaf and lenticels in the hard and woody stem are the respiratory organs. So what are the respiratory organs of the plant? Student, there are two respiratory organs. First is stomata, which opens during the sunlight, and second is lenticels present in the woody stems, which works at night. Let's move on. Respiration in plants. So student, all plant parts are respire, but the main respiratory organ of the plant is leaf, and gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide enters the leaf through stomata. So main part is our leaf and on the leaf we find stomata. During the daytime, photosynthesis and respiration take place simultaneously. Okay students, so during the daytime when sunlight is present, then plants perform two activities. First, for the food preparation, that is photosynthesis, and second one is respiration. So in the daytime, respiration in plants occur by the stomata. This is the open stomata and this is your closed stomata. Student, you observe a pink dot, that is the nucleus. The green color cell are chloroplast and there is a yellow part that is called vacuole, and surrounding the stomata there are guard cells are present which protect the stomata from any type of injury. What happened during daytime? During the daytime, photosynthesis take place in the leaf and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is taken in and oxygen is diffused out by stomata. But what happened during night? During the night, photosynthesis doesn't occur, so oxygen diffuse into the leaf and carbon dioxide are given out. So mechanism of daytime and nighttime are opposite to each other. Both are opposite to each other. During the daytime, carbon dioxide is taken in, but during the night time, carbon dioxide is diffused out. Okay students, what about the terrestrial organism like we? Terrestrial organism breathe by using atmospheric oxygen, whereas aquatic organism like fish take the oxygen dissolved in the water. So student, when we breathe, when we respire, then the oxygen in the atmosphere is very high, so our breathing process is very normal. We breathe with a very normal speed. But when you observe the aquatic animal like fish, its gills are move with very fast speed. Why is it so? Because there is very low amount of the oxygen in the water and very high amount of oxygen in the atmosphere. So the terrestrial organism need not breathe fast to get the oxygen, whereas the aquatic need to breathe faster to get the required oxygen. So there is an important question, student. Why aquatic organism breathe faster than us? Because the amount of the dissolved oxygen in water is very less as compared to the atmosphere. Okay, let's move to the respiration in fish. So students, here is the, you can see the diagram of the gills. It is the part of the respiratory organ of a fish. So what is the respiratory organ of a fish? That is the gill, and these gills are connected with the blood vessels for the exchange of gases, and it also help in the aquatic species to utilize the dissolved oxygen. As water passes through the thin walls of the gills, oxygen moves into the vessel and travel the different cells and the tissue, and the carbon dioxide produced is brought back by the blood to the gills for expelling it into the surrounding water. So student, fish breathe by its gills, and these gills help in the exchange of gases. Whenever aquatic species take the oxygen from the oxygen dissolved in the water, and this water passes through the thin walls of the gill, then this oxygen moves into their blood vessels and they release out the carbon dioxide gas. Okay, here on your right hand side, some characteristic of respiratory surface is given. Respiratory surface must be thin, it must be permeable to respiratory gases, it must be either with water or mucus, it should have a large surface area, it must be in direct or indirect contact with the source of oxygen. So student, this is the answer of your fifth question, that what are the characteristics of respiratory surface. Okay, let's move to the exercise. Name the respiratory organ of the plant. Draw the diagram which help in the exchange of gases. What is the respiratory organ, student? Two respiratory organs, that is stomata in the leaf and lenticels in the hard and the woody stem. So this is your first answer. Okay, move to our second question. Second part is draw the diagram of the part of plant which help in the exchange of gases. Exchange of gases, that is stomata, and diagram is here given to you. You have to draw that diagram, students. This is your diagram of stomata. You have to draw that diagram. Okay, this is our stomatal pore. These green cells are chloroplast, and this is guard cells which protect the stomata from any injury. Okay students, let's move back to our worksheet. Second question, how do plants breathe? So plants breathe by a process of diffusion. We discussed in the starting of the worksheet how plants breathe. Plants breathe by a process of diffusion. So you have to write from here. That is your answer number third. Diffusion is the method in which exchange of gases take place through the stomata and large intercellular spaces in the direct contact. So you have to write up to that, by diffusion. Okay, let's move to our third question. Do plants breathe at night? Yes, you have to rest. How does a fish breathe? So student, this is your fourth answer. How does a fish breathe? Fish breathe by the gills, and these gills are connected with the blood vessels and they help in the exchange of gases. So you have to write from there. Okay students, and the fifth question I explained to you earlier. I think this worksheet is clear up to you, that how respiration occur in the plants and fish. If you like that worksheet, then share among your friend circle and subscribe our channel Learning Light to get the more notification of the worksheet. Thank you.